Welcome to Port City Uncensored. This week brought to you by BarkBox, a monthly surprise box of toys and treats for your dog. And now, let's kick this mother into gear.
Greetings one and all. Welcome to Port City Uncensored. In the house, Mr. Alex the Man, Angelov joining us. We should have a few other people joining us here shortly. And coming to you live from Midtown Stockton from the Bat Cave. I'm J-Man Jack, your host. And as 2025 winds down to an end, just kind of hanging out. Nothing, as far as what's new to report, still no arrest made in the case of the mass shooting. I think we've said just about all there is to say about that shit.
How they're still at large.
And in the last week, we've had 3 more bodies turn up. They found one lady on the steps of a church, another guy in front of a burger joint, and another guy got shot on South Wilson Way after midnight a couple days ago. So,
Jesus.
In spite of the public outcry, the prayer vigils, the meetings, this, that, and the other thing. The police have obviously hit a wall, done all they can, and they could really use a snitch, probably. And this is where we are. And the council meeting the other night was a little bit mellower than the previous one the week before, but still a lot of people just pointing out just the situation on the street, what's being done, stuff for our youth, etc., and and of course the bickering between the members of the city council. I mean, there's, the cat's pretty much out of the bag now. There's a definite rift between Mayor Fugazi and Vice Mayor Lee. It's unfortunate that how 2025 started out with them being a team, kind of Batman and Robin like in what they were going after and wanting to do with the city. And then slowly but surely things started unraveling, kind of beginning with the whole Steve Colangelo situation. Let me pull Scotty up here. There he is, Scotty.
Scotty Tuhawti.
Yeah.
Brother is up.
Okay.
I'm looking at Stockton on the map, man. It's like overall, it doesn't seem like that big of a city, but it's just so much going on, dude.
We're actually, population-wise, we're slightly larger than St. Louis.
No way, really?
Yeah. I was looking up homicide rates one time, and it was interesting that we're about the same size as St. Louis, and yet their homicide rate is a lot higher than ours. They do in a day what we'll do in a week, kind of thing.
Can you guys hear me?
Oh yeah, we hear you. And now the same situation is with Baltimore, with their rate. However, Baltimore is twice.
Testing. You there, Alex?
So
I got you. Yeah, I can.
Yeah, we hear you. So
Is the screen frozen?
So when you're looking at population side, that's kind of where we're at. We're about 340, 50,000, I believe.
Oh my, yeah, definitely a good amount of people. I mean, on the map it looks like a small big town.
Like a suburb of Sacramento.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Y'all
yeah.
got some.
Well, you between Sac and the Bay Area, they get all the attention usually. So,
Yeah.
it's out of the way, and so so yeah, it's one of these places where it might not be first to get noticed, but it's definitely got stuff going on.
So is Lincoln Village like its own like city, or is that like is
No,
that
it's a shopping center basically, and that happens to be in a county pocket. We've got a
okay?
few sections of the city that are not are technically not city. They're county. It's county properties. So like instead of Stockton PD, the sheriff's department patrols those areas,
Okay.
and
Like
um,
how about like Green Acres or like Kennedy, like all that?
uh,
I guess that's like South Stockton, I guess.
yeah, yeah,
Or East, I guess. I don't know.
yeah. I think those spots are city, but like where the mass shooting took place,
That's like
technically that was county. That was in the county pocket. And that's why the
uh,
sheriff's department was the first to arrive and are handling investigation, and all that. So
good old Lincoln Village, good old the sheriff's department right there. That's the county stuff right there. Y'all have a
yeah,
big golf course. I'm just looking at the map. I'm sorry. I'm just like
yeah, yeah. It's probably Swenson that you're looking at, the Swenson Park Golf
yeah,
Course.
okay, yeah. I tell you what, man, I'm used to seeing golf courses, especially in Florida. Every like
Oh
every
yeah,
block we have is a golf course. Uh,
yeah. Um, Yeah, golf courses in general, because earlier this year the county bought. We have here what was called Oakmore Golf Course. It used to be a golf course, and then it's just been sitting there doing nothing. They bought it. They plan on moving offices out there and also setting up on the property a safe campsite for homeless people, and it's based on a model from Amador County, and of course it's all going to be supervised, and fenced in. There'll be a limited number of people that they can have there and stuff, and
I
and
see.
basically have services so these people can get back on their feet, and that was the
Nice.
original plan, and I guess everything is on hold right now because the property is on a floodplain, and so there's issues with that. They paid like 9 million for it, and
Oh yeah, Oakmore, man. I'm just seeing it right here. It's definitely not take. I mean, not that it's not taken care of, but it's definitely a little. It's a little golden of a field instead of green.
well, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I said, they've been out of business for a minute, and so
Yeah.
yeah, they'll
Oh,
be.
try it for the racetrack. That's cool.
Yeah, and the other thing about Oakmore is that it's right near businesses, and so a lot of the business owners, were having issues with putting in basically a homeless camp, you know, right next to them, because a lot of them are having problems as is with transients and vagrants breaking into their businesses after hours.
Yeah, you're
And
right. There's a lot of industry, a lot of like, a lot of mills. I'm assuming warehouses.
yeah,
Supply stores. There's a flea market right there too. I didn't know that.
yeah, the
Wow.
Wilson White Flea Market, and that's another entity that was concerned about having a homeless camp literally across the street from them at Oakmore. So, and these were issues that came up at the beginning of the year when they purchased it, and I remember that meeting because I was at it. I don't usually go to too many county meetings, but I went to this one, and yeah, business owners turned out, and spoke up. And the big issue was that they were doing this all pretty much under the radar. Um, but then I got a tip from, our guy Dick Fitzwell, and that this was all going down, and I wrote, a piece about it. actually a couple of pieces about it. And next thing I know, I'm getting a phone call and saying, "Hey, Jack, your name's been bantered about in the county offices this morning because the article broke." And so,
It's gaining
and
some traction.
we have Mr. Smith joining us tonight. Hey, Bill, what's going on?
Well, you knew once you started out talking about the golf course.
Yeah. I don't even know how we actually got on it. Well, Alex is
Uh,
looking at a map of
Sorry,
Stock.
I'm Jack. I'm derailing whatever you have like scheduled.
Oh,
I'm just
no,
looking. Yeah.
no. This is kind of a free for all tonight anyway. I really didn't have much planned. Just kind of looking back on 2025. And, a few things that have gone down, and yeah. So that was at the beginning of the year, the Oakmore debacle, which I guess is now kind of sitting in limbo over floodplain issues. Bill, do you know anything more? I know
Nope.
you follow the county.
Yeah, that's pretty
more than I
much it. They bought a $3 million golf course for 9 million or 11 million. So, and there it sits. They can't do anything with it, but use it for a golf course, because once you start trying to change a floodplain, the floodplain's there for a purpose to protect houses that are a little further down the line.
Yeah.
And once you start moving that around and jacking that around, then you got to start providing a floodplain somewhere else for houses that are further down the line, and then they'll have to start buying flood insurance, and that'll
Mm.
turn into a mess. This
Oh
county,
yeah.
the county refused to do their due diligence, so now they're just taking our tax dollars and doing what they want with it. So
Well, yeah, because I mean the plan was they were going to move county offices and stuff out there,
yeah.
and so I
See,
guess put.
originally, here's the deal. Originally, I don't know if you heard about this thing called the Be Well. Okay, so
Yeah,
there's a piece of property that sits across from the county hospital that I had proposed to put a community first village type homeless camp out there.
I remember that.
And they found out, the county didn't even know that they had it until I did the research. Then they found out that they had 28 acres out there, and they said, "Oh, we're not going to put homeless people out here. We're going to move public works out here." Well, that's not a good move, because then public works is going to have to be spending twice as much gas to get wherever they need to get. It wasn't convenient. So they said, "Well, we'll buy Oakmore Golf Course. We'll put public works at Oakmore Golf Course, and we'll build a drug and alcohol and homeless rehab center out here, and we'll call it the Be Well." Well, all this stuff is so half baked that they make decisions on a whim. They don't do their due diligence. They're not. It's real sad, because more people don't speak up about you know what's going on. Where are you spending the money? You know
Hmm.
they don't, and sometimes I feel like I'm the only guy screaming. So
Yeah.
it's
So
just like that. It's just like that building you did the write up on. You know,
on El Dorado.
yeah, they threw
Yeah.
another. They gave them another 15 million in that for that building, and there's still floors on that building that are completely incomplete, and there's no documentation of what they've done with the 15 million. So it's just more of the same. You know,
Well, that right there is a problem. I mean, they ought to be able to show on paper where that money is going, what it's been spent on.
well,
Uh,
that's
it,
the gist of my next FOIA request.
okay, all
Yeah,
right. Because it seems to me like they're just throwing money at this thing, and the contractors are milking the clock.
yep, you got that right.
I mean, I'm sorry, but that's what it looks like to me. So
Well, the oversight provided by General Service Department, San Joaquin County, the people that are involved in that have no idea how to run a building project. None whatsoever. They're being led around by their nose hairs by a contractor that just keeps filling his pocket. So yeah, it's not good.
yeah, that's a shame. I mean, that our county is operating like that, and yeah, well, it's something that we definitely need to follow and keep an eye on, because yeah, we'll be coming up on a year pretty soon since the Oakmore uh, purchase went down, and
And that cost the county roughly 4 to 5 thousand a month just to maintain that ground out there.
yeah, yeah,
So in a year's time, how many wages have you thrown into that Oakmore golf course? It's not turning into anything. So
yeah, just sitting there.
just sitting there. Yeah, it's sad. And it's not bad ideas. Okay, it's really not. It's just not doing your due diligence. They're not doing all their homework.
Not
They're
thinking it all the way through.
correct.
And as I was telling Alex earlier, the business owners there, that turned out to that meeting, the biggest complaint was how they found out about it, which was basically through my Facebook post.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I could remember Tony Nocetti, and I hope he's recovering and doing better after being in
And
that
here he is.
accident.
They moved him out. They moved him out of critical care
Okay, good,
to a
good. Well,
rehab center. So yeah,
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 but I remember him at that meeting speaking up, and he may have been the loudest voice in that room that day. And yeah, he gave him hell. He says, "For all I do for this place, the taxes I pay and the jobs I provide and everything else, I have to find out about it like this, you
yeah.
know. You guys weren't even going to tell us and everything." And so I remember that was a big deal. So again, here we've got Nelson joining us here. Let me pull him
You
up.
know, and
I'm
one
just
of the
looking
things,
at
one of the things that I look at, you know, Tony Nassetti is one of the greatest people in our community.
Yes.
He picks up the pieces where the city and the county leave them off. You know, the
Hmm.
fairgrounds, the garlic festival, the asparagus festival, all those things. The 99 Speedway, all those things that he keeps alive, and they treat him like shit.
Hmm.
You know, it's terrible. It's disgusting. It's really. He's one of the best citizens that we have. I don't care what people say about him.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. And again, it kind of illustrates how the business community, both on a county and city level, how they're treated, a lot of the times.
Yeah,
I mean, because there's a lot of regulations and taxes and fees and stuff. I know in Stockton, in the city limits at least, just to set up a shop here, and
yeah, yeah,
there's
and for
a
what
lot
they
of
have
hoops to get through.
yeah, and for what they have to put up with, especially in the way of crime, vandalism,
right. And blight and
large
everything. Yeah, yeah,
to the vagrants, all of it, and yeah, and that's a shame because these are the people that take a risk, invest their capital to provide jobs and goods and services to the community. You know, they should be put up on top of the pyramid. You
that's right.
know,
Absolutely right. Because what's his name that owns the ground out there, 99 Speedway? You know, that ground is so contaminated they can never ever do anything else with it but make a speedway out of it.
hmm
And Tony Nassetti works that that place and does functions there and has races there and provides a service for our community that half of these retards don't understand.
Yep.
I'm just looking at other like Stockton issues. It looks like they just recently approved a grant, no, an $8 million grant for violence prevention.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the Office of Violence Prevention, I guess, will be handling that. And
I'm sure this is in response with the shooting, just kind of like riling up, like, hey, we got to do something, definitely
Yeah,
a good move on the
yeah.
council's part.
There's an answer. Let's throw some money at a nonprofit. That'll fix it.
yeah, well, OVP is technically city, a city office, though, right?
Sure.
City agency. Yeah. So they'll be the ones, mainly. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be nonprofits involved,
Sure. Sure.
down the line, as is. But yeah, they're talking about doing a lot of outreach, basically trying to get to um, the youth that are going to be most prone to getting in gangs and picking up a gun and being involved in violence and everything else. And yeah, it was. Well, I mean, I guess it shouldn't be a surprise that it took a mass shooting for all of a sudden all these entities to come out of the woodwork and. Oh well, we got to try this program. We got to try that program, and the states, come in and this, and a lot of people are saying, well, where were you guys before, and what could have been done to maybe prevent that from happening. Um,
I had a meeting today with a guy. He represents Flow Rider
Oh,
company
really?
and surf riding company out of Hawaii. And we went out and looked at that property out there at Highway 12 and I-5, where the canal was cut for the diverting canal, and we're talking about putting in a Kelly Slater style surf ranch out there,
hmm.
and all the amenities that go with it. You know,
Is that near Washington, like Washington Street, or is that the Mormon Slow? Is that,
no.
No, this is
I'm
going
looking
to
on
be farther north.
You got to
okay.
go out to Highway 12.
Go up I-5.
If you're at Google Earth, you go up I-5 to Highway 12,
Highway 12.
and then head what would be west of the freeway about a quarter mile. There's a big long stretch of water out there. So
Now, is that Lodi?
actually, that is District 4, San Joaquin County.
So it's a county
Yeah,
area.
yeah.
Okay.
So and what we're talking about, I'm not in it. I'm not going to try and make any money on the deal. I'm just trying to facilitate the people.
Hmm.
This
Oh
is
yeah,
going to provide.
this is huge. Yeah, you got. Sorry, I keep interrupting. Go on.
Yeah, and I don't know if you go online, you look up Kelly Slater's surf ranch in Lemoore. That's what we want to do. So it's quite an amazing operation, and you can put you can put some skate park out there.
Hmm.
Do a cable run. Water ski
Yeah, like
cable.
wakeboarding. We got that. I got that. A couple miles north of me, they have like wakeboarding like parks. They're actually really fun. They're really cool.
Is it a
They bring-
cable? Is it a cable lake? Is it?
Yeah, you just
Yeah,
like
so
it like
they do
wraps
cable.
around, and you
And
just like
those are becoming quite popular. So somebody had asked me a couple months ago, what would I suggest, to provide something for the youth of our area, and it was that,
Where is Scotty?
and
He was here. I think he's having a few technical problems.
Got it.
So hopefully he jumps back on here.
and there was that, and then there's I said, "We'll build a planetarium." You know, but,
That's
you know,
also cool. It's a fun like
yeah,
date
they're
night
cool, but
stuff.
you know,
Like
they're
you get to skate,
educational.
you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you guys go on that Kelly Slater surf ranch, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, for sure. How many acres is that out there? Do you know?
Looks like about 30, 25 or 30.
Yeah, it's like a long strip of like
Huh.
waterway.
Yeah, it's quite long.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
All right. Yeah. Yeah, he would have to go through the county, I guess, to get this approved.
yeah, yeah. What we're doing is there's an architect that's going to draw the vision of what it's going to look like. And
Okay. And on a deal like this, would he come in and be leasing the land or purchasing it, or how
I
would that
think
work?
I think what you do is you'd find investors that have invested in these parks around the nation, and
Hmm.
they'll do a feasibility and see if it's going to work. You know, I don't see
Yeah.
it. I don't see a downside for as many people as there are that come by on I-5 and Highway 12 and all that. You
Oh
know.
yeah, yeah. And there's people like from Sacramento that would come down and go to that.
Oh yeah, people from all over.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I mean, look at Gray Wolf Lodge down there in Manteca.
Yeah.
That that place is almost is packed all the time. You know,
Yeah.
indoor water park. But
All right. Well, that's something we'll have to keep an eye on. And if you hear any updates on that, keep us posted, Bill. Because yeah, that's something like to follow up on. Something we could definitely use here. Something positive, and yeah, and very cool also. Yeah.
I got
that Kelly Slater surf ranch down there in Lemoore, it's something, man. You take little kids and they teach them how to surf and you know all that.
Yeah.
It's just you know they serve almost 1 million people a year.
Wow.
It's a fun sport. It's like fun stuff. I mean, I don't know. It's cool.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Alex, do you remember a Mariana Belmars from Tesla when we used to work there?
Dude, that was like years. What shift was she on?
She was grave, and then she moved to PM, but then they moved her back to grave. Anyway, she just got arrested, and it's all over the news for murder.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, I know, right?
Where did this happen at?
This happened in the Bay Area. I'll read the article here. Let me pull this
Okay.
up. Give me a second here.
Oh man, how people take growth opportunities and
So
just
somebody you guys
do a
knew.
reverse card and
So
just go.
somebody that you guys knew is on the
I didn't know them. Fucking
is up
Nelson does.
is up on Murder One now.
Yeah, so literally, all right, perfect.
Kind of sounds like me and Scott Sherman.
What's up, Scotty?
Surprise!
Mr.
Guess
Tuhawti.
who it is? It's me, Scotty Uncensored. Oh boy, do I have a lot to talk about tonight. I was here the entire time. I just had technical difficulties, but boy, can you guess what I'm about to talk about, guys? We all watched that city council meeting, I imagine, right, boys?
I
No, some of us did.
didn't watch the city council meeting. I was working. But before we get into that, Scotty, we're talking about Mariana Belmars, a former co-worker of Alex and mine, who is currently arrested for, she is the prime suspect in a deadly San Jose hit and run. This happened literally a couple of days ago over the weekend. A woman who had been asking for the public's help in finding the driver responsible for a San Jose hit and run that left her roommate dead is now the prime suspect. Mariana Belmars has been arrested on suspicion of felony hit and run in connection with the death of 29-year-old Lauren Badillo, who was killed on McCoy Avenue Saturday night. In an interview with NBC Bay Area on Monday, Belmars tearfully talked about losing her good friend. He had a way of bringing light into every room, Belmar said at the time. He always made you feel like you were welcome and accepted. Belmars also talked about her efforts to find the alleged hit and run driver. We already asked for the neighbors if they might have seen anything or collected any ring camera on security footage, she said. Police now say Belmars was driving a Chevrolet Volt with Badillo when he exited the car, resulting in significant trauma. He later died and Belmars fled the scene before officers arrived, police said. I truly can't believe that somebody has the lack of human decency to get on TV and say how much they love somebody, produce fake tears, and yet this is the same person that could let someone lay on the side of the street while they drove away, said Tammy Conti, Badillo's mother. We are devastated to learn it was his roommate. We want justice for Lauren. Some neighbors said they're surprised Belmars is a suspect because she asked them for ring camera video to help identify the hit and run driver. She was here with another gentleman and she was crying frantically, Roger Hamjay said. Conti said her son was a talented musician and a songwriter and had just started a job in artificial intelligence. He was supposed to visit her in Idaho for Christmas, a holiday now marred by grief. He was a good spirit, very good soul, Conti said. He always made us laugh. He always was full of life. And Badillo's family and friends plan to hold a visual for him on Friday. So, to be completely honest with you, I have met this woman. I have talked to this woman. Based on the way that her behavior and mannerisms are, how she acted after the hit and run, it doesn't really surprise me. You could tell that there was something off with her when I worked with her at Tesla based on the stories and the stuff that she would basically just talk about. And yeah, it's tragic. I never thought she would get into a hit and run. She was a former she used to train in MMA. So she had a lot of aggression and anger management issues that she was working through, and she was at that time, I guess, going through a tough breakup or some sort of relationship issues. This was 3 years ago when I met her and I spoke with her. And yeah, things turned for the worst, and I hate to say it, guys, please take care of your mental health, ladies and gentlemen. If you take anything away from us, this episode or anything, please take care of your mental health. If you have ideas, thoughts of hurting yourself or hurting others, please seek help because it is not okay. And there are resources out there for you guys. So I'm just letting you guys know that. But
Wow.
yeah, that's all I got to share basically.
That's a hell of a story. So, I mean, she sounds like a real manipulator.
Yeah.
Yeah. That kind of person. But I mean, to run somebody over and then publicly, be the one that, oh yeah, I want to help find the driver, and the whole time it was you. I mean, you can't make this shit up. I mean,
talk about a psychopath and cynicism, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Narcissism.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. To be able to manipulate people and events to that degree, I think she missed her calling. She should be working for 209 Times.
Ooh, shots fired.
But I digress. Hit the like button, people.
Hit the like button.
I know someone's gonna clip that.
Real. Okay, Scotty, you came in hot and heavy. You said you got something you want to unload on us. What's up?
All right, boys. Pretty much I'm going to monologue for a little bit because, I like to monologue. But I want you to pretty much listen to it, and then I want you to, think about it because I want you all to, give me your own unique response, right? So pretty much, it's one of those. It's deep.
Yeah. Hold on. Alex.
Not to mind fuck us, guys.
Yeah, he's about to change our lives.
Okay. All right. Well, go.
All right, picture this. Kanye West versus P. Diddy.
Oh, God.
Morally, who is superior morally?
Kanye.
All right, that's not the question, but it's not the question, but something to think about. All right, so but it's a rhetorical, all right?
The only
All right,
reason
so
why
the thing
the
let me finish.
only
Let me finish before I get an answer. All right. So the reason I bring up Kanye and P Diddy is because they're both successful. They're both rappers. They're both pretty much top dogs. But yet, this is where they differ in aspects.
the
One
only
is kind of a schizophrenic guy. The other guy is pretty much, well, you know who he is. But here's the question:
that's the
why
thing.
is it? Let me
Kanye-
finish, Delton. Let me finish. Why is it that when Kanye crashes out, everyone makes fun of him and it's all cool, but when P Diddy does some nefarious shit, he just has the money to make it all disappear? Like he's getting a slap on the wrist for 3 years. So just think about this. Why is it okay for society to mock Kanye, yet we can't really do the same thing to Kanye because not Kanye to P Diddy? That's the thing, right? One is they're both different, but they're both hated for two different reasons. Why is that? Now, what's your opinion on it?
But one guy's in jail and one ain't.
No, so
All right.
the
And the
reason
guy who
why-
ain't, I think he would much rather deal with people calling him names and talking about
well,
him
no, the
as
reason
opposed
why
to sitting in a cell for 3 years.
well, the reason why P Diddy is like people view Diddy and Kanye in a different light is because you literally stated he's schizophrenic, he has autism, he's a special needs human being. Kanye West, with whether you agree or not, he is a special beings mentally challenged human being. The excuse P Diddy does not have is that P Diddy has done all of the stuff that he's done in a calculated manner to manipulate people and get himself in the position that he's in today. Kanye, he listens to the voices that are within his head, and he's crazy, and that's the reason why the perception on Kanye is, oh, he is a crazy he's a crazy retarded human being. Excuse my language. He's a crazy, ill-informed, he's just insane. Diddy, he's just malicious with the stuff that he's done. It all in terms of just getting power over people. That's the reason why Kanye is viewed in the way that he's viewed, and Diddy is viewed in the way that he's viewed, especially with the society in.
There's my point. No, there's my point. There's my point right there. It's that they're both rich, powerful guys, both rappers, yet they're both fundamentally different. Because one's evil as shit and the other's a retard. But that's my point. Is that when America made them powerful, right? This is where the big brain, the deep questioning shit comes in. Is that America has a habit of making people who have good talent or maybe no talent at all rich, powerful, and famous, right? Think about, I don't know if you guys remember, but it's like you can do a lot of dumb shit and you can pretty much get famous in America for it and capitalize off. I'll put an example. All right, so there's what's that one chick, the Hawktua girl? I feel like Alex knows what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, so that type of shit, stupidity is promoted in America and ingenuity is not.
God damn it! No, I'm kidding.
I don't know her.
Right.
Bro.
So why is that? Why do we have the issue? And then that also goes back to Stockton. Is that, well, what's promoted, it will be what's replicated, right? So when I'm not promoting good acts of will, like I'm not promoting you to like go out there and like okay, I can't go with the fucking example, so I'm kind of stumped. But the point being is that it all goes back to like the culture and what's being promoted, right? So is there anything positive in Stockton that's promoted to the youth? Oh, you guys hear that? You hear the siren? Oh, you didn't hear. I don't know if you guys heard that, but that was the ambulance going by.
Yeah, I hear that.
See, so I wonder who they're going to go resuscitate now. My point being is that why do we have a culture where violence and all this depravity and shit is promoted, and then people wonder why there's a fucking shooting at a kid's birthday party? Because they have become desensitized to doing acts of violence such as that, right? Am I wrong, boys? When you become desensitized, you will not second guess the acts of a horror you're about to commit because you've done so much, right? Or maybe because that's just normal, right? So if that's normal in Stockton, then maybe Stockton's not a normal city, right? Huh?
Well, you could say the exact same thing once again for Oakland, Compton, Frisco,
Not normal.
Detroit, St. Louis, Memphis, any city across the map.
But they're all American, yet they're all evil. Why? Why is that? We're in America. We're America. Why is it? Are we living in fear still in the 21st century?
It's not fear.
Because Stockton has been overran by everybody that has been pushed out of the Bay Area.
It's just
because of gentrification, right? Now, what we need to do in Stockton is push all those motherfuckers Out.
But how though? How? We talked about this with Tom Patty, and even he struggled to come up with ideas of it because it's like, where are we going to put them? How are we going to sustain it? People are going to write about it saying, hey, what about these people? They have rights. You can't just kick off all these homeless people who are shooting heroin up.
Scotty,
Yeah, good idea.
they're poor, bro. They're poor. Those people who do these things do it for one reason only, brother, and
Why?
it's slightly green. You know,
It's slightly green.
one of the bills has a little blue fucking line in it. You know, the newer ones. You know, and actually the bronze little coin is no longer being made. It's called money. And so, you know, it's just a big it's a big thing that entices people to do stuff. I'm going to do something because of money. I'm going to do something because of this. I'm obtaining value from it. And so that's why you see people, you know, who don't have it do these things like steal, like are in gangs because they pool together money that they're getting from other sources, either through criminal activities, gang related, you know, drugs, alcohol movement, you know.
Wait a second. Are you saying that the only way a person can make money in stock is by getting into a game because there's no other economic viable option? That's deep as shit, bro. That's fucked.
I don't know if your audio is not working, but it's not what I just said. What I just said.
No. But that is necessarily it. Like I told you in a previous episode, there's this thing in gang culture called jumping off the porch, right?
At the house.
Well, at a very young age, kids from that are 10, 11, 12, 13 years old, they get initiated into these gangs by doing certain things where they jump off the porch and join these gangs from a very young age because it's a part of their culture, it's a part of their society, it's a part of whatever
because they're poor.
they're a part of.
Because they're poor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because yeah.
What's the solution? Let's not talk about the problem. Let's talk about the solution.
Well, we wish we could get jobs, but how do we get the jobs here? How about we ask Fugazi? All right, Mr. Fugazi, all of these people here are killing each other because they can't get a job. So how do we get jobs here so we can get, pretty much present that opportunity so the youth don't have to join a gang? Present the alternative, right, Bill? What's the solution? How about that shipping job?
It ain't the jobs, Rude. If you go back to Jack's to Port City's episode,
it's spiritual.
What's the solution, Bill?
It's a spiritual solution.
That's a part of it. That's a part of.
You know, the city and the young people are spiritually sick. They need to.
Oh yeah.
They need to turn their life over to a different way of life. They need to start believing.
That's a big part of it.
That's a big part of it. And when they believe they can trust mentors. When mentors are trusted, they can be brought in and they can mentor. You know, when you don't trust anybody, you're not going to trust a mentor.
Do you trust anybody in Stockton, Bill? I don't trust anybody except for like maybe the guys on this podcast. But that's some shit that you can't trust your neighbors.
I trust a lot of people in Stockton. Of course,
you're lucky.
With people that are spiritually fit.
I think it's educational. You know, that's really it. You know,
you can't be friends with dumb people.
Well, that's all the same thing.
Dumb is subjective. You can't if you're dumb, then you're just. Then
you can take them out of the hood. You can't take them out of
the when you're studying below grade level.
Oh yeah, public school.
And your school teachers don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and
education.
Your vocabulary is not large enough for you to just resolve your differences verbally. You resort to what?
Violence. Bang, bang. I'm going to shoot you and take your shit. Bang, bang. I can't speak proper English, so I speak slang. Bang, bang.
That's right. So, and yes, being a dumbass has something to do with it. But you know, it's all about education. You know, if you're smarter and you're educated and you start to figure out things on your own, you can have a spiritual way of life and you can become a decent human being and live a life that is decent. Look at me.
I'm about to move out of Stockton.
Scotty, let Bill finish. Hold on. What?
No, I'm going to tell you guys right now. I said I was the biggest dope fiend, scoundrel, gangster that there was. And
you won.
And I turned my whole thing around.
Holy shit!
You know? So
damn.
How old were you,
When
Bill?
was this?
You were in your
Like in
teens.
like in the 80s?
Probably like the 70s.
You're about to say the 40s?
I love you, Bill. I love you. I love
Yeah,
you.
bro. You go all the
70s
way
and
back.
80s. Park my Cadillac in the middle of a apartment building and cut out.
Yeah, but I also feel like things back then weren't as violent or as
Yeah, yeah.
like as bad
There was
as
no internet.
now, if that makes sense.
Well, of course, but there wasn't as many people as there is now.
Yeah,
Good point. It's not the same game.
that's
No.
true.
Yeah.
Back in the 80s, back in the 70s and 80s, I used to commute from Manteca to South Bay to San Jose. Okay, I'd take Highway 84 all the way, and it'd take me about an hour and 10 minutes.
Okay.
No way you're going to do that now.
Oh, the commute now? No, it's insane.
Yeah, it's 3 hours.
Yeah, you're in a parking lot.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
there's twice as many people here.
Literally, that's the reason why I'm not home right now with my wife and my kids, because the commute is so bad, and I have to work Monday through Friday at my job out here in the Bay Area.
That's
So
no way to live, man.
it's not, but we got to pay bills. The economy
We
is
got to figure out a way to solve that, bro. We got to fix
there are
that.
no jobs in Stockton. Like, you can go
Exactly.
I wish I could say my
to
point.
and apply. They are not hiring you at all.
Wish I could say my point without getting interrupted. Fucking, it all stems from education, dog. If the city decides right, and I think Jason Lee talked about this, where to get kids to off the street and everything, just more funding there. That is it, right? That is all it is, because all those public schools are ran by the cities and the government to help kids learn. And if you don't have money to give the teachers, why would they teach? Why would they give a shit? And so that's
the
all what
biggest
it's
thing.
from.
Schools
It's
in
just, I say
Stockton are
education. It's just the government as a whole, as an educational Department of Education. That's really what it is, bro. That's Scotty. To answer your question from earlier, literally, that is how you fix society, is just by pushing more focus into the development of younger humans, so that they don't fucking waste their time gang banging, shooting up
why do you think
parties,
he emphasizes so
robbing
much?
people.
Alex is right. But what if the city council's corrupt and doesn't want to invest the money that Alex is talking about?
That's another underlying issue. But to answer your question, though, how to fix the fucking city, that's where it starts. You can't put more money
I'll
into
tell you something, you guys.
Like, I don't know.
There's a program going on right now. A friend of mine, Eric, he's teaching guys that are in jail out at the Honor Farm how to be carpenters and electricians and plumbers. Okay, that's what he's doing. Okay, he's taking some of these guys.
Awful work.
That's right. There's a lot of broken guys, and they're working hand in hand with the labor unions and stuff, and they're trying to get these guys to where the recidivism rate is decreasing. I think what our sheriff is doing, and I think what all these guys are doing is trying to put trades back on the map.
Yeah.
Also, I also think it's sad because there's a lot of police work out there. If you want to be a police officer, firefighter, a paramedic, or any normal 9 to 5 good paying job in Stockton, there's work for you there if you're willing to go through the training, the process, and the application. The issue is people just don't qualify. The background checks and all these things are so extensive, they can't qualify for these jobs.
Well, part of the problem is like the reason why I got pushed out of my job is because I didn't have a degree.
Yep.
Okay.
Facts.
I had I had 25 years of experience at the trade, but I didn't have a
degree.
4-year degree. So I was a master heating and air conditioning guy. Okay. In all facets of heating and air conditioning. But the county hired a retard that barely knew how to do anything. So that's why they spending money on buildings like crazy, because they
Bill
hire
just
people that
described
don't
by
know what they're
city
doing.
council. They hired a retard. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
That's right. You got it.
They're
Yeah,
professional retard hires.
That's right.
yeah, but the
But he has a degree. You got to give him you got to give him that. He's got a degree in something. I don't know
That
what.
doesn't always mean you're intelligent, though.
Yeah,
That just means you stayed in class, bro. Come on now.
that's right.
okay.
Means you know how to study.
All right, but Nelson brought up a point about people like as far as qualifying for certain things, and we have a lot of people that cannot pass a background check.
Oh,
And there's no
Or the
exaggeration
beat test.
because and Nelson might be able to remember also our county the registrar of voters, the election board. Okay, every election they literally have to import people to work our elections here in Stockton. I'm
yeah.
not, and it ain't just people from Manteca and Modesto that are coming here. They are importing people
Motherfucking
from as far as
Pakistan.
Seattle. Okay,
No.
that's
Okay.
a fact. And what is the number one reason why? Because you have to pass a background check.
Nobody passes the background check here because rather ex-cons smoke weed or just don't have the degree. So we're kind of shot in the foot, to be honest. We never began. We never got a start.
I believe that our ROV imported a lot of people from Oakland area to make sure
That's
that
true.
most of the votes were counted Democrat.
Yeah, well, and you can do that when you have a requirement for a background check.
I agree.
And yes, so unfortunately, that is the status of a lot of people that live here. And again, like I pointed out, we have a huge chunk of the population whose lives are married to the criminal justice system or the welfare system or mental health, and that's just a fact, Jack. And so I know companies that I work for that I got moved up to certain positions. Why? Well, because I could pass a background check, because I was the only guy in the room that had a valid driver's license. So
Yeah.
okay, well, you're the driver now. We're going to pay you a little bit more. Go
Yeah.
get behind the wheel. That kind of thing. So I've run into that personally. I've had other people tell me the same thing. So I would just say to anybody out there, if your record is clean, keep it that way. All right, because you will have a lot easier time if you want to go for certain kinds of jobs. Now,
Like, for example, to be a police officer, you do not have to go and have a 4-year college degree. You have to just simply be able to pass the physical and the background check. And then you will be and then there's like a written test that you're supposed to take, and then you're going to be able to become a police officer. There's a 9-month waiting period or whatever. You do your academy, you do all this shit, and then you can become a police officer. It's not hard at all, but you have to be able to provide all these different things from your background. So if you have an extensive history of just having a bad driving record, a DUI or whatever the fuck, you need to be able to show them all your tickets. You need to be able to show them your college degree, if you have a college degree, your high school diploma. If you haven't been in high school in 20 years, you got to go be able to find your old transcripts. They ask you for so many fucking things that a regular job does not ask you.
When I first went to work for the county,
Yep.
I went to work out at the sheriff's department. I did all the HVAC for the sheriff's department, the jail, honor farm, and juvenile hall. So I had to do an extensive background check, because you're not going to just be walking in with inmates and stuff and being, they don't want nobody bringing them dope or none of that shit.
Yep.
And the background check that I had to go through was very extensive. They had a
Yep.
detective that come to my house and talk to my wife. Detective talked to people that I worked with in the past and all kinds of stuff. It was very involved. And to be honest with you, in my past, I'd been to jail a few times, and I'd had a few drunk drivings, and I was a hellraiser when I was younger, and 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 I passed the background test. So they hired me, and I worked out the jail for a couple of years. So it can be
Yeah,
done.
yeah, same thing with me when I was transporting for the
But that's
coroner
but Bill,
office.
that's the thing, bro.
Fantastic.
You were able. I bet you anything. You were able to bring up everything from your past that you had done and just be straightforward and honest. They're never. That's the one thing they did say. You just have to make sure you are fully transparent when you do your background check.
Sure,
If you
sure.
forget something, it will be marked against you, and you won't clear your background check. But that's essentially the same thing that happened when I went to go do the CDCR correctional thing, and they basically just told me, yeah, you just got to be able to give every single thing of your personal history and be able to provide that so we can clear your background check because it's very intense. And I bet you anything, you're very intense.
Yeah.
Funny. The guy that did my background check, the investigator that did my background check, was the guy that broke the case of Scott, what's his name, that killed his wife and kid.
Scott Peterson?
Yeah,
No
Scott Peterson.
kidding. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So I have so the whole Scott Peterson thing, and I need to do more research on it. I didn't think he did it based on the evidence that was provided.
well, he's still in jail, so
Yeah.
No, I know he's still in jail.
maybe you could work on his behalf.
No, hell no. Fuck that. That's too many man hours, and they ain't paying me enough of that bullshit.
What if we can get into jail and get an interview with him?
Hey, fuck it. I'm down. It's in Redwood City. I'm pretty sure he's in Redwood City.
Oh, and they transferred him. He's out here. I forget the name of the jail. And
Pelican Bay
Oh, he's in
No,
Pelican Bay?
or Lompoc.
no, up here. Damn it! It's a place. It's near, I think, Ione.
Oh, Mule Creek.
Maybe, yeah,
Mill
maybe
Creek?
that. Yeah, but yeah, he's there now. The last I heard, that's where he's at.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
Hey guys, I got to jump off of here. You guys have a great evening, huh?
You too, Bill. Be safe.
all right,
bro.
Bill.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
See you later.
Mr. Tuhawti has abandoned us. I wonder where he went.
I don't know.
But it's okay.
He's having some audio issues tonight and whatever.
That's
So
fine.
anyway, at this point, let's take a break. I want to run some spots, okay?
Running, baby.
If anything.
Live Pro Wrestling returns to Stockton on Saturday, January 24th, when the Total Wrestling Federation presents the 3rd annual Fight for Franklin at Eagles Hall, a fundraiser for the wrestling team at Franklin High School, with all proceeds going to Franklin High's wrestling team. This action-packed card will feature 3 title matches, plus a special lumberjack match. In the main event, human highlight reel Landon Ramos puts the TWF World title on the line against Zeke, the Samoan Reaper. For the TWF Tag Team Championship, Mike Hayashi and Para Singh will square off against David Assassino Martinez and Jesus Cruz. The TWF Television Championship is on the line when Godfather of Swole, Don Swole Leon, faces 209 boat Noah Palma. And in a special lumberjack match, the Maverick Jay Cruz will settle his beef with Big MF Matt Freeman. Also on the card are CJ Dirt, Firebelly Giga Herrera, Christian Black, and more. Doors open at 6 and bell time is 7. Advance tickets on Eventbrite, adults $20 and just $10 for kids. Eagles Hall, 1492 Bourbon Street in Stockton, California. Be there Saturday, January 20th for the Fight for Franklin 3.
Listen up, dog owners. Every month, BarkBox delivers 2 brand new toys that will make your dog lose their mind, plus 2 full-size bags of treats so healthy you'll be tempted to steal one yourself. But don't. Trusted by over 8 million dogs who have literally never written a bad review. We're talking fully customized, tiny terror toys for Chihuahuas, indestructible beasts for your Rottie, allergy-friendly snacks for the drama queens with sensitive tummies. Even extra subscriber-only goodies if you want to go full spoiled. Right now, new subscribers get a free extra toy in every box for a whole year, and shipping is forever free. That's 12 bonus toys. Fair warning,
Once this starts, your dog will sprint to the door every time they hear a truck. So stop letting your dog down and click the link in the description or scan that beautiful QR code and get your first BarkBox today, before your dog runs away. BarkBox, because your dog deserves better. Go!
Guys, have you heard? Nelson, tell the people.
Shady Mob Productions is an official affiliate of HBO Max. Click on the link in the description and sign up so you can watch hit series like Hard Knocks, Game of Thrones, and House of Dragons.
Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
Hey guys, Smacks here. If you guys like gaming, swing over to Twitch, Smacks_TTV, live most nights. Stop by, say hi, drop a follow.
Guys, join me, Alex the Man Angelov, and check out A&A Radio, where we're going to be talking about the latest and greatest financial news, investments, banking, and personal finance. Check out the channel and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
Guys, you're watching a Shady Mob production. Make sure to follow the Shady Mob podcast, where we break down all the latest content and talk about life. Please make sure to share, like, comment, and subscribe so you can be notified when the latest content drops. You're watching the latest episode of N1 from the End Zone. Please click on that subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops. Now, let's kick it.
We are back, baby.
Alrighty. Oh. What's going on out there?
Well, Chief, I am kind of almost officially set up in the new end zone. This is kind of like the green screen that I'm almost done setting up. I got a little futon right there. Got my two monitors over here. Got my laptop right here, smack dab in the middle. We getting set up. So I'm excited. That's why we on here. We excited because we're gonna be shooting and be able to actually produce more content. Hopefully the next live stream that we do for Port City Uncensored, we'll be streaming it on all of the Shady Mob platforms.
Cool.
Yeah, literally. Now that we got everything set up, it's gonna be good.
All right.
But yeah. Oh, we also got some surprises we got to go over with you, J-Man, for Sonic Waves, coming to you live on Saturdays at 6 p.m., ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. Alrighty.
We'll talk about those off camera. I want to get your thoughts and your ideas on it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Sounds good.
But yeah, man, how you been? How's life?
Not too bad. I was sick as a dog last weekend. Caught me a nasty cold. So I kind of fell out of touch with you guys for a minute there, and I apologize for that. But yeah,
Alex carried the load for us on Saturday with Sonic.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah. So yeah, that and just kind of getting some Christmas shopping done, for the family and all that, and finally got that out of the way today, actually. So yeah, and just kind of winding down 2025. We started the show.
It's gonna be even better for all of us, Jay. Man, we got a lot of stuff we working on.
Oh yeah, and I imagine we'll probably be doing better than the fucking city.
Oh, dude, we'll be probably doing a lot better.
Yeah, I mean it's like kind of looking at this whole year from what we started with to where things have evolved now. I don't know what to tell you other than that. You can't make this shit up.
Oh, you can't. And I want to sympathize with the victims' families and the people that were affected by this.
Oh yeah.
But I also do think a lot of people, the way that they voice their frustrations, and I understand they're frustrated, they're not happy. I just do not believe we're going to see the results that we all would like to see from the city council and from the mayor.
Uh,
I feel like a lot of these people's frustrations, their voices, they just fell on a lot of deaf ears. And I'd be surprised if we really see things change next year. I will say one thing though. Jason Lee, he is trying to do a lot to change the culture, and I've noticed that. That's why he emphasizes a lot of things in the African American community, especially here in Stockton. The last mass shooting that we had a couple weeks ago in Stockton, I believe it was an African American community or an African. Yeah, it was an African American community.
it was primary Filipino actually.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. That rapper dude that's in hiding now. He's Filipino, and
oh no.
yeah. I mean, it was a mixed bunch, but yeah, primarily the family and everything. That's who they were. So
Reg-
and there are
regardless,
Asian gangs
yeah. I
that are
won't say
quite
they're not,
active in
but
Stockton.
regardless, that is something I've noticed. Jason, especially trying to emphasize people that are involved in the culture or involved in society in that manner, trying to give them resources and ways to get out. And I recommend people go and look at those resources that he's provided. He's very adamant about it. He talks it fucking publicly all the time.
Yeah,
Again, people, there are resources. Go utilize them. Go look for them. We'll try to provide them on our platforms here for you guys. Just please take care of yourselves, take care of your neighbors, take care of everybody, because life is a very precious thing. We are only on this planet for a very finite amount of time. How
one
we
go
live,
around.
oh yeah, how we live life, ladies and gentlemen, determines how society perceives us and how your world around you. If you live your own life in the gutter and in shit, your entire world around you will be that. So try to be positive and try to find purpose, because that's what a lot of people are missing, purpose. And it's not just men, it's women, it's they, them, whatever the fuck. It's everybody. I'm just saying.
Yeah, yeah. In the end, we're all individuals, and it's the individual's choice. And unfortunately, we have a lot of people that well, they are where they are because of a series of bad choices.
Yeah.
If you were to pick apart their life history, that's usually what you find. And so, yeah, and for some people to turn that around, to flip that switch, um, for some people it takes a tragedy, it takes some kind of catastrophe entering into their lives, to flip that switch in their mind, and because I don't know. It's just for me personally. I mean, yeah, if you're living in some hellhole, my first instinct would be, okay, what do I need to do to get out of here? You know, and maybe one of the first things would be, well, look at all the people who are married to this lifestyle, if you want to call it, and it's like, okay, I need to separate myself from that. You know, because a lot of it is, I think, herd mentality. You know,
You want to surround yourself with like-minded people that want to succeed, that have your same views, your same goals. That's why I think we work well with like one another, because we all have one common goal: produce good quality content,
yeah,
entertain the masses, and have a fucking great time doing it.
yeah, yeah.
And if you guys can find people like that out there in the world, that are just as passionate about whatever it is that you're passionate, just passionate about breathing, passionate about a fucking plant, be with those people, because they
Yeah,
will provide you joy and happiness and a purpose in life in the end, at the end of the day.
yeah, and also if you surround yourself with people who kind of challenge you.
Oh yeah.
A little bit, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, you just don't want yes men.
You kind of push each other, along.
But in a positive way,
Yeah,
not in a toxic way, not in a violent way. It's okay for people to challenge each other competitively,
yeah,
but always coming from a place of love and happiness, and because you want each other to improve. If they're improving, you're trying to improve, not trying to take each other down, because that's not fun for anybody.
right. Yeah, well, yeah. It gets old if that's all you got to do. Um, which which makes it amazing how some people survive, especially in politics.
Oh God.
You know.
Uh,
Did you say something there, Nelson? Did you say something?
I had a bad cough.
Oh, was it bad?
Oh.
Oh.
It's that season, you got shit stuck in your throat.
I
Can't say it. Oh Lord.
Yeah, the demon's trying to get out. Oh my God,
dude. Nah, but how's everything on your front on that end? You haven't heard anything, right? Is there any new news that you've been reporting on? Mass shooting stuff that's been
well,
talking about?
no, like I opened the program. We were talking about it a little bit. No arrest made. So
Still nothing.
Nothing. And so the cops have pretty much done what they can do, and this is where we're at. And they could probably use a snitch really really well right now, and nobody's coming forward, and so life goes on. And in the past week, we've had 3 more bodies, turn up. There was a woman they found on the church steps downtown, another guy in front of a burger joint, and then another guy got shot on South Wilson Way a few days
all these people got shot and murdered?
Yeah, that's 3
Who
more.
murdered somebody at a church? What kind of animal does that?
Well, PD is investigating, and maybe they find out. Where did Scotty was just here, and he
is that Tuhawti?
He's teasing.
Yeah,
he's teasing us. He's Tuhawti.
He's edging us real quick.
Oh, I want to actually know, guys. Go check out the Obscura Hour.
Yeah,
with Mr. Tuhawti. It is very entertaining. It is very educational. It is a great time, ladies and gentlemen. Go check it out. I think he runs it almost every day. It's a late night show, so it's uncensored, ladies and gentlemen. Go check that out.
Yeah, it's a deep dive. Here he is.
Okay, I'm back. That technical deal is what I missed.
Okay, we were just talking about Obscura, and it's basically a deep dive into the dark side of the internet.
I need help revamping that. Okay, so I need your guys' opinion on it because I got copyright strike, to believe it or not, because what's it called? Yeah, copyright strike.
Why?
It's because people can actually. It's not always the music. It's sometimes the content that you put on your YouTube channel. So it's like if someone so I got copyright strike because I was playing other people's like a news channel, right? So they pretty much didn't like the fact that I was spreading the same thing they're doing, but I was pretty much like talking over and live streaming it. So I pretty much got copy struck by a gay ass news channel because I was covering that cult I was telling Jack about. So yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Fucking news corporations, because they want all the scoop on it first, because that gets them all the money. So you know how news media are, like they want the exclusive rights to all that shit. So I don't even know how that works, man. That's crazy. So that's something to talk about.
We had something similar happen on Shady Mob, where we would put trailers and shit in the background, or like having a movie playing, and we would but it's just content. It's just how copyright works, because you can't, not all companies allow you to do that. So that.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know all companies. You're right, though. It's like, how do you avoid that, though?
You just play it in the background. You play it quietly. You play it with no noise. You have to put filters, invert it, turn it upside down, so that it's like, oh, it's not actually the content, or like put like Shutterstock, like those slashes, like that type of shit. It's that. But yeah, man. I mean, it's just try doing it again, and I'm sure you'll I'm sure that they won't do it.
Scotty,
Yeah.
Then
Well,
don't
with the sonic waves, you know, I guess I missed the last one, but the last one that I was on, it was blocked.
No, it
Yeah,
was.
that's right. It was.
We're actually, and we'll talk about this software. We're gonna be changing a little bit of stuff to be able
Oh
to,
yeah, we have to change a lot.
because we need to be able to create content that we can monetize. The content that we're creating with Sonic Waves, we cannot monetize because of the fact that it's copyrighted and people already have a claim to it. So because of that, we are pivoting, and we will talk about all of that and how we're going to be doing our new music, and how we're going to be able to monetize our content here shortly. But yeah, Scotty, like, there are ways for you to be able to like maneuver. If you can find articles and you can read them yourself, and you show the
Oh, that's
article,
better.
you can do that too. Remember that. Use
Actually,
articles.
I got another idea in that direction also. I'll talk off air about it. So,
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah.
But yeah,
We got
use
plenty to
articles.
talk off air.
What happened?
We got plenty to talk about off air for like the whole copyright thing, because it's like we can't get our feet off the ground. We keep getting struck down. You know what I mean? It's like you can't just keep slapping us with copyright. Like, what the fuck, bro? Because everyone's doing it, right? So how can you get your stuff out there that hasn't been done before, so somebody doesn't like send you a notice?
I'll give you an example of what's frustrating. Okay, I just watched a video the other day. This guy, he played the vinyl. He had a vinyl record, a disc that he played. It was the entire Jimi Hendrix Electric Ladyland album from start to finish. And you know, it's been up for a couple of months now. Maybe eventually they'll catch up to him and get down. But how is it that he's not the only one? I see this shit all the time. How is that some people are playing like whole albums and stuff, and they might put a disclaimer in the description that, you know, we don't own this, and, you know, whatever. But you know, like, they get away with it.
It
But
might be because they put the disclaimer in the video right off the bat. It detects it, and they like it'll, because YouTube is finicky like that. There are videos and content that Alex and I have shot and created that we put up, and it's been up for like fucking months, and then 3 or 4 months later, we'll get like a copy. It's partially copyrighted or whatever.
yeah,
But we've already gotten a shit ton of views on it or whatever. So YouTube is super finicky with how it approves or doesn't approve of stuff, which is kind of funny, or I think it's annoying. But
yeah,
it is what it is. We work around the system, and we'll conquer this. We'll conquer it. We will conquer it. That's what we do.
There's always a way around it.
We will conquer it. YouTube will not dominate us. We will dominate YouTube. And if you want to help us dominate YouTube, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and leave a comment. Go check us out on all the platforms.
yeah,
Buy us
sure.
copy. Buy us
Yeah,
copy.
yeah. Help us out. Time. All right.
Go to shadymouth.com, please, and thank you.
Yeah. Or go visit BarkBox and get something for your dog before he runs away.
I always got the merch on.
Yeah.
Oh, Scotty, how's Obscure Hour? When's your next episode?
I just
I was actually wanting to get your guys' opinion on that. Like, is that something I should do like every night or like once a week? Because I'm trying to like figure out when's a good time. Because I'm inspired by like the Twilight Zone. It's pretty much you turn on late night shit, and now you got some guy on the internet telling you about some weird shit on the internet that now you're aware of. How would you do it? What make you watch it? I guess.
Scotty,
Well,
you got time to do an everyday show, and you like to do it until you like master this craft. Go for it. If you got the time and you want to do it,
that's pretty much it. Just do a video every day. Just change it up.
Around like a every other day schedule or a once a week schedule, and you can plan out your episode on how you actually want to do it. You spend the week just planning everything out, laying out your topics and all that type of stuff.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Here's something to consider. Okay.
Okay, man.
Like when I started Port City Uncensored, I realized that, okay, Content wise, if I do a show once a week, okay, that's approximately 52 shows a year that I'm going to need content for. Okay. If you want to do something, say, 5 days a week, well, you're going to need content for 300 shows a year.
Mhm.
Okay. So I would say the first thing to look at is, the mine that you're mining from or the well that you're drawing from your content, making sure you got enough, because you don't want to overextend yourself
Maybe
and
I should cover Stockton then, because there's always shit going on here.
well, I thought about it every day. Someone suggested I do a fucking morning show, a
Yeah,
fucking
I
show,
watch it.
the morning drive by. Yeah,
Yeah, it's morning drive by
I could do, I could
before
do,
you get your coffee.
I could do sports and fucking weather at the top of the hour too. Right?
So shooting some dangerous thoughts.
Yeah. Um, but no, I mean, like once a week.
The morning
Yeah,
drive
I
by.
know. I know that, in a week's time, usually enough shit happens in City Hall or,
Yeah.
on the street or whatever that, that I can put a show together, so, but doing it every day, it changes that dynamic. And so, you know, having a show once a week that's fairly thick uh, versus something every day that's going to be thinned out. That's all I'm saying. Look at the degree of content and how you can present it, and then of course, your energy level. You're up to doing it every day, and all of that. And so, yeah, just keep all of that in mind. Look, whatever you start, you can always change it. I would say start off maybe once or twice a week, and then you got comfortable and you want to go more, you can go more. Like I started off, okay, yeah, we do Thursday nights, but now I stream snipe the council meetings, a couple times a month. And that's usually a 4.5, 5 hour fucking ordeal, like this last one. So but now I've got that in on the schedule, and we could always do a pop-up show maybe here and there. So you know again, just factor all that shit in, and I would recommend just maybe once or a couple of times a week to start with, and if you're comfortable and you get going, you got enough content, you want to expand more, then go for it.
I recommend you do once a week, plan out your show so you have your topics, you have your segments, you have your lead-ins, and just master that and learn it. Work on your flow. And then as you get better, you'll be able to tell if you want to do more or less. But just work on that throughout the week.
I would say every episode, whether it be a week, every day, every other day, or shit, bro, every like 2 weeks or whatever schedule you want to do, just do something different each episode, but improve upon it. Let's say you were stuttering the previous episode, or you were having audio issues. Next episode, try to fix it, try to acknowledge it, interact with your audience. Ask more intriguing questions with your co-host or whatever, anything. Just change it up a bit, and the audience will react to it. Or you'll see how it just gets better. You watch your old videos and then see what you need to do, and then implement it. So excuse me. That's what Nelson and I did with like the first couple of Shady Mob episodes. We look back now and we're like, this is shit, bro. But now, yeah, now we're like, we have a whole thing, a routine, the way we edit, the way we put in music, the intros, outros, shit. The
Oh, and
app,
all that shit's gonna
we didn't
just
have
get better
that.
next year because we when I tell you we changing shit, ladies and gentlemen, for next year,
Yeah,
I'm
man.
so excited.
Everything
I'm
is
so
everything's
excited
changed.
for what's to
So
come.
Scotty Bray, like, it's just every episode might feel the same, but trust, like, Just change one thing, very minute or very big, whether it be a camera, a filter, a fucking thing that you like, a thing you say, or the stuttering effect of conversation. You're gonna get more people to either like it, maybe dislike. Maybe it's a bad change, and you're like, ah, shit. Let me revert back. Let me take a step back so then I can take 2 steps forward. So yeah.
Trust me, it's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot that goes
Oh
into
my
it.
gosh, boy! If I ain't got shit to do, I'm kind of stuck at home with nothing to do but learn computer stuff. Fuck it, might as well. I mean, it's like this: every man's got dealt different cards, and I suppose mine was dealt letting you guys know that there's fucking spooky motherfuckers on the internet. So yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, I mean it's great content. It's a great area to dive into, and so yeah. So, but anyway, on that note, I guess the last 20 or 30 minutes or so, I guess if anybody listening out there that had thoughts about starting a podcast, maybe you learned something.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That's the future, baby.
Hit us up. Go to shadymob.com. Get us our platforms, or go to message J-Man at Port City Uncensored.
Port City Uncensored. Yeah, let me.
And we'll connect with y'all, ladies and gentlemen. J-Man will relay, and we all work together. Join the Shady Mob. Join the Shady Mob today.
Yeah, for sure. And yes, so podcasting 101. But this is the future, and this is what we've all decided to embrace, and brought us all together here. And hopefully, you folks out there listening are enjoying it all. So on that note, why don't we close out this episode? And I don't know if you guys are up to doing something next week. Next Thursday is Christmas Day.
Oh.
Yeah, so like Thanksgiving, we can do a
I'm
pop
down.
something.
I'm down.
Sounds special.
All right, so we'll talk about that. If you folks out there listening, thanks for tuning in. If you're watching the replay, as many do, and hit the like button, subscribe, let us know what you're thinking, and we shall return. And as 2025 closes out, we will be back even more scarier than we are now in 2026. So,
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, as I like to say what?
What?
Yeah. So let's get out of here, and don't forget next month coming to Stockton, TWF. Fight for Franklin, the 3rd annual. It's a fundraiser for the wrestlers at Franklin High School. And it's going to be one hell of a wrestling card. They got a lumberjack match going, 3 title matches, 3 belts are up for grabs. So, you want to come on out. Tickets are only $20, $10 for the kids. It's a great time. I know we'll be there. Oh, by the way, guys, I got our tickets.
Ticket too.
Scotty, yeah, I got tickets for everybody. So we're all in.
Oh, we're going.
Yeah.
I'm down. Fuck yeah. We out. When is it?
The 24th, Saturday.
24th, we out to TWF. We gonna represent.
Yeah. Okay. So again, folks, check that out. And other than that, we will be back again next week. So let me do our Christmas outro, and we'll see you later.
Hey, hit the like button.